Happy St. Patrick's Day. My name is James Williams Jr., and this is Kung Fu Habit number 2. Now, I just did like 4 or 5 videos, so I'm going to do this last one, and then I'm going to cut this thing off and start posting them up as soon as possible. Alright? Because I have to get up and go to work in a few hours myself. I am still waiting on Nicole to hit me back, so she probably won't hit me back until first thing in the morning here, which will be sometime in the afternoon or late there because she's 13 hours ahead. So, and I've sent her very good pictures. Alright, so while we're on this, my final blog of the night, faked creatures, or whatever. So I've been watching YouTube. Haven't watched it on my computer, but I've been watching it on my PlayStation. And, I have this TV, so I'm watching it. And I watched all these videos today about, like, ghosts and mysterious deaths and disappearance and Elisa Lam, that kind of thing. I'm sure you guys have heard of her. If you haven't, just Google it. It'll be on YouTube. Just watch the young Canadian woman. I forgot which Asian ethnicity Lam is as a last name. I want to say it's Vietnam. It might not be Vietnam. It might be Korean. A lot of Asian names are interchangeable with Korean, Japan, and Vietnam. Well, not Japan, but Korea, Vietnam, and China, and Laos. A lot of those last names are very interchangeable. So it is not likely that I wouldn't be confused. I'm not any of them. I'm pretty sure that if my last name was Running Wolf, that they probably would think that was kind of crazy too. So anyway, my last name is Williams. It's not Running Wolf. I don't know what my ancestral Cherokee name is on either side. I just know that Ada became a Ford, Clara Bay became a Williams. Alright? Leave it at that. Ada was initially a Wallace. I don't know how that works out because that's not like a traditional Native American last name. So I guess like slaves, Native Americans took the last names of white people. So, moving back on to my track. So as I've been watching these things, I don't really know if they're fake or if they're factual. They had this like tall man, not slender man with the no face, but he was climbing all over these buildings and everything like a giant ass spider. And then they had things about Bigfoot. I do believe in Bigfoot. Yes, I do. I do believe in mermaids and fairies too. Alright, that was a pretty good poem, right? But anyway, so I'm watching these things, I also believe in alien abduction. I'm not going to lie to you guys. There's a lot of things I believe in that I would rather not admit to believing in. I did not ever believe in unicorns after that incident at the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus when I was a kid. Yeah, that kind of ended that trail because I really thought I was going to have a unicorn. I was like, yeah, I got to get me a unicorn. Yeah, I'm a dude. I like unicorns, all right? Fuck you guys. Anyway, so I'm watching all this stuff, and, there's, like, all these things about Bigfoot and everything. I'm like, okay, this is cool. This is cool. And, I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, because I watch Mountain Monsters, and I watch anything that has something to do with Bigfoot, or anything Native American-ish. And so I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, I've put up videos where I was like, I really think you guys ought to leave these mythical creatures alone, but I know I can't make you leave these mythical creatures alone, and I've always given them advice that, hey, I would gladly join the job, but I'm not hunting at night. I'll go looking for him in the daytime. I would never go looking for him at night. You guys are on your own at night. You're going to be on your own. I don't care. You're not going to write me a check big enough to make me go out there at nighttime. Unless I can take some members of my team from Bravo and Delta. Other than that, no. Not going out there. Not a chance. I want people I trust. Army Green. Anyway, don't forget to wear your green tomorrow, by the way, or today, because it is St. Patrick's Day. I'm watching these things about these creatures, which are awesome, by the way. Totally fucking awesome. If you can be into that kind of thing, totally fucking awesome. And I'm thinking to myself, these guys that are filming these things and trying to prove them to be real or fake, because they just did the mermaid thing also. I watched a lot of this stuff. I've watched so much of it, I have overkill on the brain. And this one piece of hair that keeps touching my nose. And I'm thinking to myself, you can do a lot with computers. CGI and everything. I don't know if you can do it on a cell phone, but I know you can do it with regular computers. There's so much that you can do with technology. I can't do it, or I wouldn't be poor. But there's only so much that you can actually find. But with this stuff, I found like it had the disappearances of such and such. It had Alyssa Lamb being drowned in the thing, and I think the movie Dark Water actually came out before this happened, and then they were like, well, this happened and this, and then they made Dark Water. No, I think Dark Water came out first, the original Asian version, and then they did the young black fella who was wrapped up in a wrestling mat. So they did a whole bunch of stuff, and then they did the Jody Gutierrez, and they did that family with the husband and the wife and the baby who were missing, and they did a lot of stuff. Some of those things are like factual. The Jody Gutierrez, the Alyssa Lamb, the young black fella. I'm sorry, I can't remember his name. Wrapped up in the wrestling mat, and the family. Those five things have been proven fact, and I know that much. But as for like the supernatural creatures with the creatures in the cave and the stereo cutting on, the guy running out of the cave, he went there the year before and just the chain was moving, and he come back the next year, the two-way radio cuts on, but you can't find the radio. So it's interesting stuff. Also, being that this is gonna sound crazy, being that I've been hunted by the Witch Rider from the age of 7 to the age of 15 until I finally fought back and I touched it. And it's hard to prove that to anyone, so I don't really say it. So it's like, yeah, just fuck it. No one's gonna believe you anyway. But they're not hunting the Witch Rider. But I'm hunting the Witch Rider. But everybody chalked it up to blood paralysis. There's no genetic link to blood paralysis. So how does everyone get it if it's not a genetic link to it? Everybody on Earth is gonna experience blood paralysis at least once. And yet I had experienced it for years, but I never died from paralysis. When you have paralysis, nothing moves. So how can you stay alive with blood paralysis if your blood stops moving? How can everything still be functioning? So I don't really take blood paralysis seriously. I call it the motherfucking Witch Rider. You don't like it? Hey, fuck the scientists that brought up some blood paralysis. I think it's one of their ways of chalking shit off. Kind of like the Men in Black and aliens and all that shit where we think they don't exist. Here's my answer to that. Alright? We are not the only things living in the known universe and beyond, and the one planet that can support life is Earth. Really? Really? Come on, people. There's more life out there. It's just because they haven't made themselves known to us. Because the truth of the matter is, we're just not ready. Simple as that. We're not ready. And in the fantasy world, in the Mass Effect world or whatever, yeah, we're acceptable and we're ready. But it also is like in 2086, all right? Just like in the Galaxy Rangers cartoon and just like in the Robotech cartoons. It's so far deep in the future that we'd be old and the younger generation would be more acceptable because we'll probably finally get rid of racism. Of course, in Mass Effect number 2, my favorite line from the Torian that's at the check-in station, he's always going, "You humans are all racist." So that's a true statement. Most of us are all racist. So it's touch and go. But I'm gonna tell you like this, in all honesty. I watched these creature feature thingies on YouTube today, and some of these things are actually believable. I'm not like too thrilled about like the mermaid clips. It's like if mermaids do exist, they will reveal themselves when the time is right. And it's the same thing I say about Bigfoot and the Thunderbird and Coyote the Trickster making the ultimate comeback, as well as the Deer Woman and every other thing like the Wendigo and all that. Well, they try to they try to disconnect us from the Wendigo because it's more like the Native Americans that were more northern tribes, like Manhattan and all those islands, Indians and stuff. And I'm like this. Every myth and legend has some truth to it. Everything has a solution if you're willing to go and find it. I'm not willing to go into the woods and fuck with a creature that's been around for eons and thinking that it's not going to be a little bit pissed off. They're hiding from us for a reason. Excuse me. Again, we're just not ready. No, some of us are ready. But a majority of us is just not ready. You know, and you're probably all thinking, how do you know this, James? What makes you so special? What makes you think you can tell us who's ready and who's not? Okay, here's your answer to that. If you were ready, you would not have to hunt them down. If you were ready, you would not want to kill them. You would want to get to know them. All right? That's the difference maker with everyone. You know, as humans, and I'll quote this movie, I forgot the name of it, but it had all kinds of freaky people in it. Um, the star was playing a guy named Boom or something, and they lived underground at a grave site. They were like circus freaks or whatever. I can't remember the name of the damn movie, but it was a good damn movie. And they said it best. As humans, what we fear or what we envy, we destroy. The guy like supposedly died, and there was another guy going around setting everybody up, and he was killing them, and he was actually a doctor, and he just wanted to find them all so he could kill them all. I really don't know the name of it, but there was this one scene that everyone has got to have seen by now, where this little kid was like burning in the sun, and the girl who was Boone's girlfriend saved the kid and took him to the mausoleum at the gravesite. And next damn thing you know, Boone was set up to like be the murderer of all these people, but it was really the doctor. I don't know the name of the damn movie, but it was a good damn movie. And you know, I'm gonna put it like that, or I'm gonna quote Madeline Pryor, who quoted Dr. Martin Luther King. If we could all learn how to get along, not just due to the fact of our skin and our superpowers, then we all wouldn't have any problems. And it won't be long. I'm gonna be honest. It probably won't be long. Within the next 15 years or better, the first human with real, honest to God superpowers will probably be able to be revealed. And I'm gonna say that before I close out because telekinetics has been proven. All right. Now, just because it's been proven doesn't mean we know where that person is. Now, I've also watched a lot of YouTubes where they have people flying without jetpacks and wings and shit. But I've also seen David Blaine and damn it, Mind Freak. I don't remember his name, but I know they called him Mind Freak. I've seen both of those guys levitate, but I've also only seen it on TV. You know, but you can't put anything past anybody because the mind. If you guys ever watched the movie Lucy, the mind, they say we only use 10%. So if we unlock the other 90%, just imagine you have a world full of superhumans. You know, and it's probably going to happen within the next few years. It's just a matter of belief and ability. And you never know what's going on behind closed doors at any facility. Not government facilities, but any facility in any country, in any place in the world. I'm pretty sure that we probably do have a super soldier center. I will gladly volunteer for that if it allows me to do Kung Fu again. I will gladly be the real live Captain America. Gladly. I don't want to be frozen for 50 years though, but you know, I would gladly do it. You know, give me the suit, give me the shield, give me the goddamn super serum. You know, metal hip, fix this one, give me the super serum, make me as strong as Spider-Man and even stronger rather, and I can pick up a truck and shit. Yeah, I'll gladly volunteer for that. Pretty sure there's probably some kind of psychological qualification test. I might fail that part, but you know, I'll gladly volunteer for it. Now I'll be the test dummy. I'll be the first subject. He's like, yeah, you can be the first subject. If it kills you, we know not to give it to the other guy. I'll take it. Now, well, I don't have anything to lose. I don't really have children, and I don't know if Nicole and I are going to work all the way out. I'm hoping that it does, but if it doesn't, you know, at least if I'm the super soldier, I'll have something else to live for. So, in closing, I want to touch on one thing about these supernatural creatures and stuff that I've watched on YouTube today. As a child who's part Native American, and part black and part white, I know one thing's for certain, and one thing's for damn sure. Every myth and legend has a grain of truth to it. I didn't say how big a grain, or how small a grain, but there is some truth to it. 10,000 people around the millions and millions of us in the world can't make up the same exact goddamn story at the same exact same fucking time in different hemispheres of the planet. Unless they're all mentally linked somehow, which would explain the telepathy and the telekinetic powers, alright? I'm a big time X-Men fan. I might no longer read the books. and I do like the movies, except for like I tell everybody about movies from comic books. If you're a fan of the comic books, most of the time the movies really aren't for you because they totally fuck you up. All right, and if they don't fuck you up, hey, good, you got a double win. But you know, everything has a solution. You just have to be willing to find it, which means you have to put your heart and soul into it. So while you're thinking about that, I just want you guys to know, I'm not gonna say that certain monsters don't exist. I'm not gonna call them monsters. I'm gonna say mythological beings or creatures of myth and legend. They're out there. If you keep looking for them, it's the same theory. If you keep poking a bear or a dog with a stick, eventually that animal's gonna get mad, and then you're not gonna be wanting to be the guy holding that stick. All right. So, in closing, be careful what we do. Be careful how we go hunting these mythological creatures of legend, because if you dig too deep into something, you might not come back. Now, I'm not gonna say nothing about the Blair Witch Project, but same concept. Keep on fucking with these damn creatures until somebody gets hurt. All right? Then you're gonna know that they exist. And why? Because you couldn't stop pushing the envelope. I'm James Williams Jr. This is Kung Fu Habit number 2. I'm out at 5,000. Have a good and happy St. Patrick's Day. Now I gotta upload these damn things.